Right, we got Counter-Strike on a Friday night. Copenhagen, let's get rowdy!
Yes, sir! It's time for Mirage. The map we've been waiting forever to watch this Astralis play.
Already, Config, Zipex, 2 headshots in from Astralis, a man advantage on this B site. But Broky's also able to get down here, and he finds impact. We know what he can do from inside this B site, but we have this cat flank as well from BlameF, and he's looking, he's hunting. Who's he gonna find? Broky down, and Olaf all that's left. 1 versus 3, trying to fight back, but a multitude of angles, and he's been pinned in behind Van. Not ideal. Gonna have to fight his way out, and they're getting all the closer. Lucky tagged up, but BlameF opens. And Astralis will take first pistol.
Keep it going, guys. They're not scared of you. They love it. Some crack under the pressure. Some thrive. Astralis with the opening round to start off on a good foot. Rolling out of bed on the right side. But Faze don't leave this map open without being prepared.
1 scout, 4 Deegs, and Kerrigan. Prize top mid. Nice grenade damage right away. Rain's gonna go head hunting, and the smokes will cool things off. FaZe Clan top mid, but BlameF opens up. A quick peek from Connector. And we already have that scout exchanging hands. Now it's Broky to hold it. Alongside the utility, him and Twists with a few grenades, but little footing.
Passive but active angle here from Config. He's safe from the cat for the moment, and he'll take the bench player out. BlameF will join him with a kill as he hunts for more. That's information on the last 2. Are we gonna have 5 alive on the second round?
It's looking way too easy. BlameF, a headshot to connect, and 5 standing tall for Astralis.
We've seen a series of good CT starts. Hasn't always mattered.
Fair enough.
Well, you'll take the rounds if you can get them. Hasn't always mattered for Astralis, but there have been some fantastic defenses across the few maps that we've seen them play so far.
Suddenly FaZe Clan even worse equipped. 3 frag grenades, so we'll keep our eyes on that. Look at a nade out window maybe, even into Connector. That's where BlameF gets his multi-kill last time. And sure enough, those frags destined for him, but BlameF destined for greatness. Gonna just take 17 damage. Lucky opens up with this lurk out from the ramp, as we do have FaZe doubling back into this A site. Looking like 4 members on ramp. Maybe Rain can kick it off with a Deagle headshot, or not. FaZe Clan to redirect.
This is the round that they're supposed to make some money. Last round, FaZe got nothing, so that's a lot saved up for Astralis. FaZe will have to compensate and do it on a harder round. They at least get 1 here.
Oh, it's a mow down. Another easy stoppage towards the top of middle. This has been the line drawn in the sand, and FaZe Clan cannot cross it. Of course, they haven't had the tools for the job, but now they will. The first gun round and Astralis' first true test.
This is why Config shines off cat. He's got free range. So many angles to open up. Take duels versus underpass. The connector lurks. Everybody to the top of mid if he feels like it. And you know he rides off of the confidence, and you know he rides off the energy. The stadium is giving him that.
The default spreads. A little aggression by the looks of it, and that has been a key piece of Astralis since we've seen this edition of Config and Blame. The confidence boils over.
I like that they actually pull completely out of mid. They see if FaZe are going to join them in the fast mid. They pull back in case the A hit comes, and now they don't see anything, and they start to spread into a more even go of it. FaZe taking their time.
Gonna net them a nice bit of utility usage. Good job, FaZe Clan, to draw that out. You can see the lean from Astralis towards the wrong side of the map. The A defense looking tight, but there is this position from Olaf down in the underpass still. Kerrigan looking for the head, and it's gonna be the B split. Bomb in tow towards middle. Glaive waiting for that underpass peek. Oh, the incendiary on his feet, but he just slides away barely. 13 health. Olaf opens versus Glaive. He catches him through that smoke. Oh, but there's Kerrigan being seen by Lucky back on bench. Now here comes that cat hit. The B defense begins to fall. Lucky gonna get spammed away by Kerrigan, but still he's managing to hang on. Oh, he comes up. He's got himself 2 and 3. The B site holds strong, and Olaf is what's left. At least going for a lurk, but Config's already ahead of it. And Olaf's got a little fight.
1-on-1.
9 HP versus 14. And Lucky nails the clutch.
Talk to the new guy. Ask him how he's doing. Spoilers, he's feeling great. Even if they had 1 million more bullets, it feels like they wouldn't be able to find him. But they definitely needed to. In the bench, he was the most vulnerable.
Yeah, Lucky 777s. Staying tucked, all those bullet holes right beside his head, his ears ringing as they whizzed by. And speaking of buys, it's a weak one in from Faze.
They didn't even ask him if he played Mirage when he joined.
And he's just thrown into it. Immediately repositioned as well. Lucky now playing underneath Palace. He's got Glaive to support him, and speak of the devil, an opening off shot versus these upgraded pistols. Astralis shooting to be on fire out of the gate.
Losing all their hooks on map control. Lucky on the A ramp. Tight, close angle. They don't even clear it. Clotheslines rain.
Shut down. Oh, and so is Brokey. Lucky looking for another twist, able to come down from the ladder, but Lucky locks it in.
Let's talk about Lucky. Making it look so good. Not shaken at all. A huge crowd for him. And Glaive as the op question. He will have to be pervasive if he's going to be useful on this map. He's been caught off a few times in the past series. With this up, we haven't seen what the Mirage will show us. And there's a lot of options for him to partake in. It just comes down to how comfortable he looks on these angles. Heavy B lean in the default for Faze in round 6. And almost every time when we see one up, we see 2.
And Configs looks so good in this hybrid role as well. His impact, regardless of what gun you give him. Utility coming over the top. Glaive's gonna stay scoped on underpass, so he welcomes Kerrigan's peek. Presence shown towards top mid, but that's where Config looks to fight. They walk right in. 3 kills, 4. Woo! This is a flawless Astralis. Twist, the last one standing. He will answer with something. A flash as an underhand, still has 100 health, but a 1v5 just seems so unlikely. And the team play here boiling over from Astralis. Looks good, flash high. Awkward situation for Twist. And it doesn't look like they're gonna give him any way back in. Flame F goes for the peak. Takes a slight bit of damage, but they're gonna force him to come to them in mid.
Looks like Glaive is feeling a bit better today. He's got a magnet at the end of his op. And they're all made of metal. 6-0 start.
Can you believe it?
These are flicks too, not just crosshair placement kills. That's gonna make you feel good about the day.
Yeah. That it's gotta. Wow, what a perspective. It's wild to me that Lucky finds himself on this stage, in this situation, when just a few months ago, he was asking Sonic whether he had to bring his own PC to the major qualifier. Talk about a skyrocket to the stars.
Yeah. Who would have thought we'd been their moment?
But FaZe Clan finding themselves back in the economic dumps.
Yeah.
Upgraded pistols yet again.
And it's still the 2-op setup that they have to be able to get through while Astralis makes so much money. There's so much volatility in the fact that he has that. Yeah, so Ed Kerrigan's also got the Batman mask in the mini-map as well.
That's ridiculous. We've got our villain, although normally a hero. He's gonna lead the charge with 0 kills. He'll attempt to test Lucky. Good solid first one, but that CZ just runs right by. Glaive, ooh, a little bit of a gap here to work with. Rain has his hands on that one picked up M4, but they don't know about Blame F. And he's gonna shut that Colt right down. Bombs planted, but Blame F's down. Twist and Kerrigan, another couple.
Oh, 2-on-2.
Yeah, they're looking for this one. Finally looking to break through it. Config knows Kerrigan's locked in this corner.
Oh, that's a solid one.
He tries to burn him out, but the smoke gives cover, and Config's gonna need this clutch. Shut down by Twist.
Okay.
The Canadian finding impact as Faze find their first.
Damn, it looked like that was an indomitable defense, but Faze have answers. The answer today was Twist. A beautiful play by him on the half by no less. This will prop their economy up a little bit. This is them doing what they need to do. We can see some of the CTs are blind off this play. There are tactics involved. It's not simply run through smokes. Faze had to earn that one. You have to be very careful in these situations now because it's their T side. They don't need to pick up both ops, but even having one is even better. Brokey will have a chance now.
Oh, and this is what we look for. You know, there's a lot of operas out there that we look for in terms of world-class potential. I think Brokey has given us those flashes in the pan. He's given us enough evidence to say he is the contender.
He's not a rookie anymore.
No.
He was the hottest prospect, at least one of them in 2020. Top 3, most certainly. But now, in his second year on the team, he's the guy they lean on, not the guy they teach. Sign of life is nice. I know the crowd's not too happy about it, but we want this game to be competitive. Another super strong Astralis CT start.
Now, do they rebound instantly? That's the question. The double ops continue to hunt. Kerrigan has already shown, a little face when it comes to attempting a peek into B. Oh, but Twist just runs out on A site, and Config finds himself locking horns in mid.
Oh.
That came out of nowhere. Faze Clan just burst on the offense, catch one kill, and let Config get back.
And Underpass is late on this play because Config actually peeks deep. He'll have time to escape. That might be a mistake that they won't be able to come back from. There's still 2 ops on the board. It's 4v5. But as we come in later into this round with less utility, it's going to be hard for Faze to avoid getting opted every turn. See how careful they are about this approach. Xipic's got to be careful on this angle.
Ooh, he takes damage. Kerrigan.
Config's dead.
Wow, half health for Kerrigan, and he still pops Config's head. They've got an open A run. Blame F's currently sitting back in CT spawn, and Xipix, unless somebody comes towards jungle, is going to get no contact. It's a desperate attempt from Glaive to just rattle rounds through smoke. Faze Clan, this is what they need. Not only breaking through that 6-0 start, but then to keep so many players alive, and just a meticulous piecing together of this A hit through connector. Beautiful round from Faze, piece by piece.
We have to watch that back. The fact that Kerrigan finds this frag, because again, he was coming slow through underpass, and the idea is when you crunch mid like that from top mid, you have the contingency of someone coming underpass, just in case your top mid guys fail, or someone can be traded like an op. And Config, because he took the initiative to get so aggressive, he got the info early enough to get out, but they still punish. And this is also lucky. Floating through the site, gets caught off by Twist. Literally had to walk through a smoke for this one. But it's a 4v5, and Config gets taken down. You also see a little bit of discomfort there with Xipix, not being aware of the idea of someone walking down mid and popping up. And that's a first bomb explosion here for Faze.
Yeah, feel that heat. So should Astralis. 2 in a row from Faze. The money's there, though. Buy back up. However, think about it. Double op setup consistently in from Astralis. The cost racks up, and now those coffers run dry. But still, a buy on the cards.
No, it is one thing that when they do get broken, if it is a couple rounds in a row, they have such expensive habits that is what can allow the comeback. Top mid attack again from Faze. The kings of tempo. And this time they move a bit faster.
Quick slip into the underpass for Blame F. His nade misses the player tucked into the chair. But we could very well get a duel here between Blame F and Olaf Meister. Config, in the meantime, will find Rain.
Oh, that alleviates the pressure from Blame. He just turns his attention fully to underpass.
Oh, and this time Twist, he gets shut down by Lucky. There's 2 CTs in here, so Kerrigan catching one, but gets traded right back by Zip. A missed molly. It gets caught in the corner, and Blame F gonna lock this in on underpass. Brokey 1v4, bomb on his back, and only one player actually here within the site. It's Xipix on the default. And Brokey's looking to go hunting. He's not been found. Taps with the Tech 9. but Astralis succeeds. 4 standing tall
Hey,
versus
they said,
Faze.
let's stay calm. They said, let's stay calm. They won that round. It was nice. It was a little scary, but Blame believed in the setup. And that's why you like to pick up Blame and Config at the same time. They believe in each other. They trust each other. Config covers the danger at mid. Blame turns his attention fully to underpass, deals with that threat himself, and he'll be kissing the corner of that wall because it caught that molly for him.
Somehow just slits
Also,
through, man.
They try to make it look like a mid play with that walk up again out of A ramp to capitalize on Lucky. They said maybe we can catch him floating in transition. Lucky is way more careful this time, and even has Zipex covering him on the crossfire. They'll have to look to new avenues to come up with something.
Lucky's just gonna play this passive and sandwich.
Mentally, this map is shrinking a little bit for FaZe Clan.
Yeah, they feel it getting tight. Lucky just gonna stay locked in here. If no Molotov clears them, then they could run past. But still, both teams just gonna posture against one another. We've got this Palace player tucked in deep in twists.
Sandwich is a dangerous spot to be in versus the A hits. He doesn't even have a smoke for himself.
5 mollies on Faze. You feel like one is bound to land upon him. Another destined for the underpass.
Walk up comes out. Glaive misses it.
Yeah, a little bit of timing here for Faze, but the first shot's Glaive's. Lucky, uncontested, bomb dropped, and Twist able to answer, but still, suddenly Faze come to a grinding halt. They don't have smokes to cover their entrance. They're gonna just need to fight. Blame F stops one towards middle. All that's left is this A hit, and Twist able to connect the second of the round, but he needs 3 more, and that is not gonna happen.
Another idea. Stuff. At the 20-yard line. I want to say 5, but they didn't really get close.
A ton of mollies, but no smokes.
They used them all to try to get on. When you do that, you rely on getting those first 2 kills and off of gimmicks, right? Whether it's your walk-up players catching someone, that's what FaZe have been leaning on a little bit. Those ramp walk-ups through smokes, different timings. The weird part about this one is the second guy, yes, he clears CT, but he's a little bit less worried about it because Glaive didn't opt the first one crossing. So his guard is down. Glaive doesn't know about the guy at Tetris, but the guy at Tetris does not threaten CT, so it's fine for them. Whether Astralis realized it or not, it's comfortable. And honestly, how many more times are we going to see a play like that from FaZe Clan? It's risky. And they're the ones who think they have a small edge. At least after that kill, they can run across, but Lucky's in sandwich. It's a spot you play maybe 2 times a half at most, if ever. They're going to be mollying that from now on.
FaZe is going to have to show us something spectacular with the double AK top mid. This is going to be a fast one. Already able to get through those smokes, but there is a player on Cat. That's Config. He gets traded in by Twists. It's Zipex, a solo B hold. And as they attack him from the apartments, he's just looking to lock in on the box. Oh, Brokey with the deagle to the head. Twist and Brokey 2v3, and both are walking wounded, but at least they're in this post plant. And one of them still comfortably towards Catwalk, where that bomb is planted for. Brokey finds an AK-47 to pick up and fight with. But Blame F is gonna get closer and closer, inch by inch. He's gonna burn him into the open. Brokey can't escape. Now it's on to Twist. He's gonna have to keep this cool. Smoke right in front, and a flash, but he finds a gap. An interesting position, however, Glaive rounds the arch and takes him down for Astralis' 9th round win.
Yeah, they know where you are. For Astralis, it's just a matter of time. You can feel the communication. Lucky ready to punish Van with the molly coming down. The comms are solid. The trust is evident. And maybe death is imminent. 16-3 for Blame F here on Mirage.
Unbelievable. Lucky there alongside him, 12-5, the 2 heaviest hitters for the Danes out of the gate. On the opening map of this BO3, buy in from FaZe, op included for Brokey. And that money starting to gather for Astralis as well. They can get back to their expensive habits if needed. But Playmap with this level of a confidence and this level of play, he's just gonna stand out in the open as the flashes pop around him. Up in from Glaive, that's where they start it. 5v4 established towards mid. Kerrigan's gonna test this. Already starting to pry up connector with the mid smoke. Oh, but Playmap standing and ready.
Oh, they're trying to break all kinds. It looks so desperate. These last 6 or so rounds from FaZe Clan, they've walked through smokes a number of times. Honestly, I think Glaive is in Kerrigan's head a little bit. All the setups have been great. Even in the micro adjustments, when it becomes the site holders, they're communicating based on the plays that they've seen. Everything seems obvious. Would call Astralis prescient, but honestly, the signs are there. Faze are trying similar things over and over again. And it's their style that's counting against them. Now we cross the 50-second mark, already a dire situation. Faze looking for a third round. One of the rounds they won was only on a half buy, execute on the A site. They're desperate for legitimacy.
And in this case, an opening. They're gonna play this glued together. Xyp9x in alternate position. Glaive, great cover. He's looking fantastic on the op tonight. 40 HP for Xyp9x, cleared by Olaf. But there's Playmap on the fast rotation. Broky's gonna need to swing this op. And the first shot connects from him. Hunting for next contact. 8 seconds remains. He's gonna need to commit to this bomb. No, he comes off, but he misses his one chance. And Playmap guns him down for Astralis' 10th CT victory.
Broky with an off, the bomb in some time. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. We'll see what happens. Absolutely one of the best clutchers, you know, on his roster and in some time in the scene, honestly. But it's there, it's a little bit too much with no time left on the clock, and Astralis earned that 5v3 early. They bled it down for Faze. Faze have been trying the most random things. It's not been working. Some of those plays work really well on land too. You know, character and style definitely has a buff in this kind of situation. But they need to be malleable. They need to adapt.
And they're running out of time to do that. 3 rounds here for Faze's T side to play out. Glaive looking for the challenge through the smoke. And it's getting closer and closer. He misses his shot, and pressure falls upon the shoulders of Lucky. They're already able to get out from ramp. Twist the first to fall, and Lucky's got a double. Playmap off of the side of the smoke, cuts this down. Xyp9x is in, and Astralis, they continue to succeed.
They deal with it. I feel like we got a bunch of configs in the crowd. That's the energy we like to see. Well, isn't this a fun team to watch?
And so new.
And so new.
So brand new.
They've still got the creases in their jerseys, but they look like they've been doing this together for years. One half deep, but can't help but feel convinced.
Wild scenes. 6 rounds in a row to start the CT side. They give up 2 and have now strung 5 back together. Astralis on fire as they try to close this first CT half.
Another half buy is what got Faze all they got so far in this half. So they're gonna try it again towards the A site. 3 members here. Lucky with a different look on the ramp. Close to the smoke, ready for this play.
Oh, he eats the flash. He's stuck. He's stuck atop. Oh, but they still go by. Lucky sprays away. Oh, he's got a 4K.
We're gonna be naming spots after him if he keeps this up.
Every time FaZe Clan feel like they have something to work with, a little bit of room, in their minds they had space. But instead, it's a vacuum from Lucky that sucks them back from the bomb site and throws his team to the 12-2 lead. A rock star performance from Astralis, and here we are in the 15th round. Twists fights to top mid. A final attempt from FaZe, and they're gonna fight tooth and nail. Config, one and done. Glaive able to plug the hole inside connector, and half of the players from FaZe Clan already sub 50 HP. But Rain walks out from this A site and catches Lucky off guard.
Yeah, they find this timing. Xyp and Glaive, they have something to do. 1 minute, 24 seconds. There's so many ideas that FaZe could partake in, but they will put pressure on the site quite quickly. They throw that deep molly. Twist looking inside of the connector. CT is open. Cross coming into the site. Play going in.
What? Now, to no surprise, that gets punished, but it leaves the Clutch Master where he thrives, and he does get shut down. FaZe Clan will take that third and add a little bit of salt to the end of this CT side from Astralis. We will take a break, and we'll be right back.
Res winning, we need to kill Res. No.
Kill Res.
Yes, kill Res.
Oh,
This one is fun.
nice.
No, what the fuck?
Oh, you need to take them in here, or?
Yeah, 1 HP, 1 HP.
Oh no, I don't have nade. I hate you.
Yeah.
Come, no.
Oh, no.
No. Nice. Nice.
What the f- No.
Oh, come. No.
No, man.
Oh, that was it. Hit him, you hit
I think, yeah, if you hit legs, it's not down.
Okay. It's work? No. Oh
No.
yeah, I got him. Why you go too far away? Everybody's
Wait for me.
Come on.
No. No, what?
No.
Oh, too good.
30 seconds. No, it's too obvious.
Yeah. Res winning, we need to kill Res. No.
Kill Res.
Yes, kill Res. 10 seconds.
Kill me, what the f- Okay, I see.
Just one kill each. No.
No.
What? Oh wait, I won.
What? You won?
Lås på jer ting.
Der kører
Kan de være kort? Kan de være kort? Det er
Jeg tror godt.
kort og kort.
Hvad skal du holde kort? Har du
Jeg tror,
kort?
det er kort.
En over kort.
Hold B. Klar B. One kitchen. One bench.
Under window, dead. One more.
Nice. Still bench.
Bang.
Der er kort. Kort. Ude B. En mere kort.
Helt oppe.
Bench still. Bench.
I can hold this.
Det er tak. Eller løb. Skyd mig i midten. Jeg holder ryg. Ja, skyd mig i midten. Bombe ligger kort. Kom ind i lift.
Køkken. 10 HP. Han ved ikke, du er der. Du kan liste på.
It was a dominant half, and the communication was absolutely perfect. But as we get into the second half, Denmark, let's get loud! And let's keep the party going.
20-4 in the first 15 rounds of play. Holy hell. What a stadium performance. Kerrigan gonna get gushed up. He's got support from Brokey. But already we see Astralis bleeding through this mid-play. Oh, but Olaf, he's got an answer. Comes around from the catwalk and taps into config. That's the bomb stop, so suddenly Astralis need to just hit their brakes, if only for a moment.
Testing the waters with the spam. A lot of lurks coming out. Brokey getting really comfortable at the end of the B apartments, and it looks like he has an opportunity. That's one where he can fall away as well. But instead, he gets even more flirtatious. The bomb, though, is actually going to swing back over to the other site while Blame F goes to lurk.
Twist slipping into the ramp. Lucky. Oh, shut down by Rain. The tap from the ticket.
They kept this option open. Blame F at the tip of the window.
It's a desperate route, but it could still be enough for Astralis to just jump down into the site. At least there's nobody close. There's nobody over towards Market. Brokey's starting to double back here. They see exactly what's up. Olaf looking to also lock it in, but Blame F has the tap. This is a 2v4. And Brokey's just looking to hold on to a little bit of cover. Rain runs in, and Astralis go down. Faze are going to fight.
With the turn, actually, to make sure that the bomb will definitely get planted. As we know these days, a plant is a win. Faze will have to make some dire decisions here. But the T side from Astralis is a question. It has been. You can really see their chemistry and cohesion has been tested across the T sides at this event so far. Winning this game is not a foregone conclusion. If you were here to watch Vitality versus Astralis, you know that. They still won whenever they had a significant lead, but it was always very competitive to the very last second.
You'd be a fool to think that Faze are going to go down without some kind of a fight. Tooth and nail to the very end. One flash on Glaive to probably pop Blame into top middle. It's just a matter of timing. And then, of course, impeccable aim. The better weapons hanging on, and a well-timed frag. It's going to chip some off of Astralis. Rain's going to look to fight. Gotta be cautious with these pistols nearby. But Faze in full control.
One thing you notice is they aren't using Blame as the solo lurker. That's one significant difference from him playing on Complexity versus Astralis. Now, they have used Lucky as a lurker, Blame as a lurker, multiple players to make sure that they cover their tracks in every single round. Everyone's had to get comfortable with multiple roles so far, and that has created a bit of discomfort. I think in the long run, that makes a lot of sense, but here is the time where we could see that be a problem. Trying to establish on mid slowly, and you can see Faze have a clamp on it, even if they aren't directly inside of it.
Bit of sound given over, so Kerrigan going to be playing this one on high alert. It's only Xyp9x, though. Still good presence from Faze inside connectors, so top middle shouldn't be an issue either. And they are met by a smoke. Suddenly things being a little too desperate.
Yeah, with the amount of time, it seems like Lucky might have to get a bit more active. Here we are top mid. Peeking, Config gets his kill. Lucky starts to activate outside of the apartments. Rain looks for him. Bomb is still up here in B-apps. This is where they need to end. Bomb gets dropped. Kerrigan calls it.
It's all good. Faze just lock it in for a second. That one deed from Config. Well, yeah, that was a little spark.
They can wait for the punishments, but they have to be careful about the clock, of course. At that point, when you're at top mid, you're splitting, and you have two players going B. It's not a huge pack of players to trade everybody in the site, right? It's natural to think Kerrigan or somebody else is going to get a hold. And it looks like Astralis take a bit more time than they have. There is risk of them dying after the time. That's huge. Not being able to get a plant, that's huge. And they should be able to prioritize that, not simply getting the kills. Faze will happily play that game.
Now with guns in abundance, Astralis in the best spot yet to try and end this. But again, we're going to get a little bit of top mid presence. Lucky locked in. And Faze have to be careful not to give up anything on these peaks.
What was curious, they did such a good job of not taking damage, staying alive into that late portion of the round. It only gets scary when they run out of time. But before that, it is a little bit scarier for Faze, who were trying to find some compensation in that early to mid portion.
Another mid window smoke and one on the top of connectors. So
mid has been forfeited. Three lean towards B, expecting the split. Bomb in upper B, but that doesn't mean that they're going to hit the site. We'll see if they start to turn the corner. But there is no cat control here for Faze, so the extra player may or may not make a difference.
Kerrigan even pushing one step closer. Last time this Molotov would have screwed him over. They need to clear it. It's half-assed, and Kerrigan locks it in.
Oh my God.
Oh, a rock-solid defense in from Faze. 4 immediate frags, and Astralis' hope come to a grinding halt. Blame executed, and the 3K from Kerrigan is glorious.
Happy to be the villain. Happy to see the frustrated faces in the audience.
And such a perfect reposition, because the 2 Molotovs that Astralis throw from the apartments would have just relegated him into the open, but instead, his patience pays off,
Playing
and he loves it.
And the setup is perfect for where the round ends. They do that with very little information. They start Astralis out at mid, and then they felt like it was going to end B without actually testing them at mid. They didn't know the split was there. Lack of cat control can always be a problem, but when you can get an MP9 2K on the B hold with the bomb dropped, that's going to rattle everybody. Talk about rattle.
Blame F with another chance. He's got Olaf busy.
Oh, they're coming fast up mid.
Glaive picked one up. Rain's got the answer. 2 kills with the M4. And we're right back into the 3v3.
Bomb can get collected, but there are no guns in view for the T side. So a moment of respite here for Faze as things don't get out of hand.
But you can feel it, those electric jolts from Astralis every time a Deagle connects.
I have strong players, man. Strong players. Blame 22-7. 19 rounds in. The 19th ain't over, and he still has that Deagle.
Brokey gonna remain tucked around in ticket. Lucky has found a bit of timing, already having crossed to Tetris, and we do get this mid lurk from Blame F. Now he's the only one with Kevlar. Oh, that could have been.
But now he forfeits a position where he can easily nade from.
And they can plant for Blame.
Yeah, they have connector control.
They've got jungle and connector. Brokey gonna find one with their back turned. And Zipix, he's locked into this spot. A tough position to fight from. Rain already starting to fight around him. Brokey with another, but Lucky, he does have the flank. He decides not. And he doubles back because bomb's planted on this side of box. Of course, the CTs know this. So they're gonna keep their eyes prying down here for him. Missed shots, and it's Faze Clan still kicking, still biting, still clawing as they secure a 7.
Yes, and then we'll have to fight, and we know that they can. There's a moment there where Brokey leaves spawn where he can't spam triple, he can't fight it as easily. As soon as he crosses to the right, they see the Deagles. They're like, oh, I didn't need to move. I could have sit in that position, and it would have been good. But they still survive by playing it carefully, and it is Brokey as well to tidy up his own mess. Jumping up to the top of ticket, looking in the connector as well as watching the bomb go down, knowing that that player can attack him right away. Very smart target selection from Brokey. Round 20, full buy from both sides.
Oh, faster presence already. Config gonna be tasked to make some space. He jumps right out. Oh, and Brokey with the op headshot. Kerrigan able to stop them. Zipix gonna trade this. At least 1 kill in from Astralis on the B side, but they immediately leave, Launders. They tuck tail.
Yeah, that's a loss, but it is 3v4. They get this trade. It's always been a scary round because we see Astralis very comfortable in the mid round, even though they aren't winning these disadvantaged situations. So Faze will be on full alert. Great angle here from Rain. Oh, could be fruitful. Oh, looks for that duel. Glaive does not expect it to be held that late into the rounds. So that timing. Now Rain's done his job. He can fall out.
Oh, Blame gets dinked. That's not going to help him add anything else.
Yeah, this opens window up. They know Rain's dead.
What more can he do to try and set up Zipix, who's about to find a 1v1?
Oh my god.
And if Kerrigan's not ready for this peak, then Zipix could time it perfectly, but he still decides to tuck.
He's thinking about it. Kerrigan has to watch that B apartment, so
he's
there's
got
a chance. The AUG is too strong. Great spray from Kerrigan.
Excellently done. You saw a moment there where maybe Zipix is able to commit around, but he hesitates. And within that hesitation, Kerrigan's given a second chance to turn attention back the other way. Blame without bomb, you'd think this one's gone.
It's an enormous game of timing, right? And Blame is inside the window. And the reason that Zipix doesn't peek is he's waiting for Blame to make something happen. 20 seconds up, the bomb is being babysat. It will be too hard for him to get in this situation. He has the AK, no HP, and no miraculous nade kill off this. Another fantastic round from Kerrigan with his 2 frags. 1 in defense of the site, 2nd in the mid rounds, catching a very important lurker. Zipix gets that frag and Blame finds the opening, exploit through window after they kill Rain. Then they can actually talk about lurking and killing someone in the B site, and that's obviously why they signed him, for him to be able to find those openings. So It was dangerous, but here, they survived. Great shot from Brokey. Drops the hammer on this.
Yeah, I mean, so quick as well, right? You're thinking he's prepared for somebody to be peeking out of apartments, but for him to snap it down onto Config, the only who had his boots on the dirt, and his body not long after. A fantastic round from Faze and a flawless CT side so far. Twist's gonna try to line up some shots, throws the frag, and Brokey finds another. Yet another man disadvantage for Astralis to try and fight back from. Oh, there's Zipix with a headshot from the B site. He knows that Olaf's close. Oh, excellent answer. And Lucky walks away yet again. Config catching Twists inside the jungle. They could very well go and challenge A site.
Oh, they're gonna pop through this.
Rain getting ahead of it.
He's throwing it far.
Grenade goes too deep.
They split both sides.
M4's out and he looks for something, someone. Sprays away for just the first.
2-on-2.
Config fighting. And the bomb picked back up from Glaive. A 2v2 ensues. Brokey's got the angle. But Config's got the kill. And a bomb plant right thereafter, but
Just
Olaf
too
Meister
hard.
still inside of the clutch, running around the ramp. Glaive nearly caught, and Config low HP. Olaf's gonna continue to sprint in on the chase, and Astralis, they need to crack through. A terrorist round win has eluded them this long, and Olaf stands between them. He gets the first kill. Config so incredibly low. Olaf has the smoke, a kit, and the flash.
Config on and
Throws
off.
them one after another. Config locks it in.
He had to hit that on the cross. It was the only chance. Olaf looked sharp on the hole that first kill, but it wasn't enough. Well handled. Brokey, a touch lower on the crosshair placement, and it's a different round. But look at the multi-prong attack from the T side. Everybody getting a piece. Talk about pervasive. It's Config this time. Tripping distance of the finish line, but still a good economy here. Or is it? An MP9 bought up from FaZe Clan, and maybe the kills that have come through in some of these previous rounds have already caught up to FaZe. They will at least be able to pick up an op. They lose this and go to 14. They're on death's doorstep,
Double op.
and they have no gifts.
Both Olaf and Brokey. Brokey back by ticket. Olaf gonna try to post this inside B site. Middle, the point of contention. Twist's ready for the peak. Lucky immediately cut down. Twist is gonna activate. The flashbangs are great. And Rain with the double.
Oh my God, a beautiful pull-the-pin maneuver from the CT side. All in the protocols.
So
3
ready.
X's on mid.
So prepared. And so perfect. And suddenly, the Royal Arena falls silent. Is that all you've got?
I feel bad for testing them. They've been so amazing. Win or lose. And in Copenhagen, rain or shine.
Ooh, Config does good damage, but sure enough, FaZe will lock it in.
It's a 4-round game.
That felt inevitable once they had that early start, and sure enough, nothing more for Astralis.
Things have become very serious. Surviving this test is huge. This call from Kerrigan is great. Set up out of spawn, off the contingency that if it is a mid play, we double up a connector. They're waiting for this exact moment. Glaive did a great job of countering Kerrigan versus his T side, and now it feels like the table has turned in a very real way. And with momentum on your side in the second half and a bustling CT side economy, that's where you have all the boons you need. Astralis will also have to swallow this one and try to work on some damage.
Unless they can choke out FaZe Clan in what looks to be a heavy smoke round. 4 picked up here from Astralis.
See what the ingenuity is like on this half buy. Couple of armor buys. And they split up with a plan.
solo from Blame F. Whoa, that was close.
He actually wanted that specific engagement.
Well, he's not going to get it. But he is getting ahead of this underpass push.
They heard Blame run, and that's what he's trying to do for Kerrigan. They come up the A ramp now. Brokey and CT spawn. How much can he peek?
Gets the leg shot. Config now running in wounded. Rain playing off the bench. This position could
They can take
definitely
over
go
connector to the
unchecked.
side of him. Oh, the twist is here.
Rain able to get one. It's only Xyp9x to answer so far from Astralis. That P250 connects. A bomb plant maybe?
Yeah, potential.
It's a deep position over towards Ticket. Blame F. Whoa! He runs in off
No,
the
they
flash.
don't win
Another
this.
one from Benjamin.
They can't win this.
The boulder's rolling. And there's only 2 CTs left to take down, but in the meantime, bombs dropped. Olaf looks to cut him off. A mid-peak that will be punished. Glaive, 85 HP. Olaf drops to the bottom of connector. Glaive with a hand. What? Bomb? And then decides to continue on, looking for his fight. He gets the confirmation,
Oh, that's damage.
but so far no kills. 17 health, and he gets cut down. Faze fine double digit.
Yeah, my God. My God. Whew. They would have needed a session of therapy after losing that round if they let Blaine get away with another massive Deagle round. But you know what? It still was massive. That still was really good damage. We saw how distraught FaZe were economically after just taking damage. They're keeping it low. They're keeping it competitive. May the best IGL win.
That's truly what it feels like. Big brains on full display.
You can feel the ideas. It was so one-sided in that first half, but now Kerrigan's come to play.
Glaive waits in anticipation of some kind of a connector play. We've had FaZe multiple times doubling up inside of here. And this exact same flash, the same one that shut down Astralis
They
earlier
hear it.
on.
They're listening in underpass as well, waiting for this tactic. They explode on mid. But when I say explode, I mean with a whimper. They started to walk out and take control. And now this setup will become new. We've got the taps and smoke in front of connector to make it look like a lurk. But Astralis, they don't get scared. They throw a Molotov to the top of connector to make sure no funny business can take place. And they've been very good again at surviving the damage in the early round. Taking mid with this much HP is a blessing. They still got some nades to work with as well.
Oh.
And now they've got an opening.
It's the connector peek from Twist that gets punished. Olaf looking uncomfortable here, grenades in hand with Lucky just on the other side. There's already 2 Ts up from connector. Lucky looks to strike, and the A site crumbles. Kerrigan coming off of Cat with Rain alongside him, but it needs to be entirely Rain. He needs to shower this bomb site with bullets in abundance. Peeks off of the plant. Oh, and he goes down. Astralis 2 away.
Yeah, they do it. They do it. That's a well-orchestrated round. They waited for that same tactic, and Kerrigan, he's been copying and pasting plays, and they did the exact same thing on their CT setup. But this time, Flame Map was sitting in underpass, waiting for this flash cue, and then they walked up mid, and Blade, after putting a significant amount of pressure on this mid control, finds his opening duel.
Look what FaZe are left with. This is a wounded FaZe clan. Fighting for everything, fighting to keep Astralis off 15.
What they've learned now is what FaZe don't want to get away with. There's mid control here. Brokey's going to need to do a flash to escape. However, there's an op here. He looks for the peak. Config, 1 bullet to the brain.
And that's the biggest of weapons from FaZe clan down. Nobody nearby to retrieve it. Somebody's going to have to step up with some wild antics. And Config headhunts for Olaf towards Cat. Astralis seemed to have figured out this mid play, able to dodge that Twist's peak in the prior.
It's their insecurity, the idea of giving it up in this spot that Astralis have come back to.
Whoa, the scout shot rains out. A second astray, Kerrigan falls down, has another chance, but Glaive stops him. Deagle in from Olaf, the kill feed is full, and Astralis will take 15! Five map points. 5 chances for FaZe to push their map pick to overtime. Or Astralis will take away a map in the Royal Arena.
and they'll look good doing it.
A quick play out towards middle, jumbled up upon one another, but Config doesn't care, he kills. The exact same position they were once in just a round ago. A scout and a trio of Deagles. With waning hope, Faze. They must remain calm and composed. But how do you stay composed with this many people against you?
One of the most fearsome entry packs on paper. And so far in practice, the tip of it being Config. Blame F, always side by side. And the rest of Astralis with the mind of Glaive finding out that the answer is mid. Is a scary thing to come back from, but now they have to do it 4v5 and with 3 pistols.
Kerrigan shut down instantly. Glaive was so ready. And now it's just the technicality. Push over these pistols and take your map win. Blame F gunning away, looking for 30 in map 1. He has been such a consistency, such a rock solid performance. Xyp9x looking to nail the coffin as Olaf walks around.